Hello, it is me, Arisa Gaming. I'm back. It's like 30 degrees here in the UK. So I'm doing all right. The fish are doing all right. The fish are keeping nice and cool. They're doing better than I am. Hope you're doing well, Leo. Let's continue with Printing Pod Panic. So this is the run where we have to print a dupe every time we are offered to print a dupe. So that's going to be fun. We're on cycle 50. One person's got hypothermia. Just from loading the save. And yeah, we've got our hatches. We fixed some issues with these. I didn't notice until the end of the stream that we had one too many tiles in the room because we had a door here instead of a tile. Because the door pokes down here, we had to have it be 3 high on this pillar to get it 96 tiles. So we did fix that at the end of the last stream. So now these guys should actually be producing the proper amount of eggs, and it looks like we've actually got a baby in here. So that's good. Our food is going to start increasing. Now, the issue is we've got natural gas vent here, which is going to get in the way of whatever ranch we try and put here. Honestly, I don't know what's going to kill us first. Food or oxygen? We could just keep ranching hatches and just slowly consume all the rock on the map. It is a classic map, so there is a lot of rock. Similar to what we did for Rhyme Revenge, except not actually planning on replenishing the rock. We've still got dupes doing some mealwoods at the moment. They're trying to fertilize everything. We're also trying to get the duplicants to actually sweep everything up over here. What are you dumping in here? Just regular water? I've got 2. I think one was to replace the other. Yeah, everyone's doing all right at the moment. Now, one thing we do actually need to do is we need to get some radiation for some research. And I believe the dupes are currently on the way to actually dig this out. We have some Drecos over here as well. I'm not overly fussed about the Drecos at the moment. We have a fair bit of reed fiber just for making the odd suit. We probably will ranch them at the same time though, because we do need phosphorite for the actual feeding the Weezeworts. But again, I think we're going to find large amounts of this on the map, so I'm not actually overly concerned. I don't think the run's going to go long enough that we're going to have that issue. So at the moment, my main aim is to keep expanding around, try and find more water sources, because pretty soon we're going to have to start electrolyzing all of our stuff. We have a lot of algae, so we can build that up for a little bit. It probably is just worth me starting to put vents everywhere. Eventually, we're going to have a SPOM. It's going to go up towards the top, I believe. We do have a water geyser here as well, so we can just feed the water geyser into the SPOM at first. And I think what I might even do is I might just open it up. Not even have the bottom be closed off. Because I don't want to deal with all the gas pumps, frankly. Just use it to generate a load of extra power. Because if we're not pumping the oxygen everywhere, if we're only pumping a little bit of oxygen, yes, the dupe's going to get popped eardrums, but I don't think that's actually going to matter. We'll see. Maybe it'll matter. But that will save so much power. We can actually just run a lot of our base power off of the electrolyzers if we're not pumping most of the oxygen. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll generally oxygenate the whole map and only put suits in specific areas. And obviously our gas pump will be right underneath the SPOM. And the hydrogen we will seal off because that's going to require relatively little pumping. Or we could just leave it to float around the top, but I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. And I think the electrolyzer build we usually do might break if some random gases wander into it. So we'll close off the top and we'll let the bottom empty out. Yeah, let's get these warts. So it looks like there are actually more Weezeworts over here. That's good. So we could just dig a path through all of this. And then go up here, dig that out. There are some sleepweeds as well. It looks like we've got a Critterflexmatic. Okay, so I'm very tempted this run to test out Neo's idea. I think it was Neo's idea. About just farming, just ranching regular Drecos off of Balm Lilies for free. And then using the Critterflexmatic exclusively to produce glossy Drecos. It's over here, which is quite far away, but we're probably going to melt the whole thing. So yeah, we probably are going to do that realistically. We have an anti-entropy thermal nullifier down here. I don't think that's super relevant. I think we're still just dumping cold polluted water and everything for now. Hey Reese, yeah, I just saw the first images of the beta for the new chili style. You some shivers about it? It looks good. People are saying it's not really ready yet. I'm not the sort of guy who tends to jump on betas before they're actually released. But I am paying close attention. And some of the changes they've added look fantastic. So, you know what? Before we get super into this, let's actually just do a quick rundown of the patch notes. I did put them in the Discord. Which you can find here. So I had some fun at work. So let's actually have a look at the updates. Just very quickly. And then close the rest of these internet tabs, because this is probably lagging everything out. Right, okay. So, let's put some music on while we do this. Sorry, was indecisive, now not so sure. There we go, that's the music. Right, so, new biomes. New ice cave starting biome. Yep, so we looked at most of this stuff looking through the photos on Steam. So there's new critters, the flocks, the rabbits, their antlers can be harvested for wood. The spigot seal provides ethanol and a new element called tallow, which we use in a deep fryer. I've also seen apparently tallow melts into crude oil. So this guy gives you ethanol and a way of getting oil. So that sounds interesting as a critter. The Mammoth produces shearable reed fiber. It just looks like a huge Dreco at the moment, which is slightly underwhelming. A new duplicate called Freya comes with a frostproof trait and is better able to tolerate the frigid environment. Yeah, these patch notes are what I'm mostly interested in, because there's a lot of changes I've actually been asking for, which is really good. And one of them is temperature and how duplicates handle it has changed significantly. Newly printed duplicates from the existing cast may also possess this trait. There's no frost hesitant trait or whatever, like where they are more vulnerable to the cold. Unfortunately, there's no heat proof trait either. That would be quite fun. This is a rare trait. Ice liquefier building, wood heater, snow and wood tiles. Ooh, snow and wood tiles. That's fun. A new element called cinnabar. So cinnabar is the metal ore version of mercury, and apparently you can take the when you put the cinnabar in the metal refinery, it outputs the mercury as a liquid, presumably just on the floor in like a puddle, which I think is really interesting. Unique printing pod skin, that's nice. You're a bit worried about the wood heater though, the space heater being already so useless that they've updated the space heater. I've already read this, but I'm just going through it alphabetically. We introduced the ability to remix this DLC content into other asteroids when you start a new game. These settings can be customized in the Scramble DLCs tab in the destination selection screen. This is really cool. So we can maybe get some of these cold biomes in the existing asteroids. That's going to change world generation a lot. Very interesting to see how this works out. Some content is still in the works and won't be accessible until the DLC's full release. Yep. So more is coming. I find it very interesting that the starting asteroid is just straight up called Ceres. So presumably this is actually in lore Ceres, because the planet is in lore Earth. So there you go. Biomes with the flocks, resource plants, pike apple bush, alveo vera, sherberry plant, forage plant, decor plant, edilla flower, and then element cinnabar. New critter mammoth, new resource plant, plume squash plant, decor entity lumen quartz. That sounds ominous. New resource plant, bonbon gourd, new element nectar. Well, that's very cryptic. We got the deep fryer, we got the wood block. So what's the difference between a wood block and a wood tile? Who knows? We got foods, more foods. We got squash fries, we got the fish taco, we got deep fried steak, shellfish tempura, the pike apple and pike apple skewer, made by the redundant department of redundancy. The sherberry, is it just what it's called, sherberry? Plume squash, pemmican. I've seen this. Pemmican is another food that doesn't spoil. It's made of meat and tallow, I believe, from the seals. So interesting, it's another option compared to berry sludge. I think berry sludge is still better from a morale point of view, but this gives you an easier alternative that's not quite as bad this pickled meal, which I like. Always nice to have more options. I'm glad they're adding more pathways to solving the problems of the game. Icy Nectar Meteor Shower, that's interesting. Aurora Borealis visuals to the background of series worlds, nice. New music, yeah, love new music. Ice Planet and series themed Day and Night Stinger. Dehydrated food is pretty neat, and they're patching the annoying things about it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, let me know if I missed anything important, by the way, as we're doing this rundown. I'm actually going to change the stream title just to reflect that we're doing the patch notes at the moment. There you go. Right, so hopefully we're not baiting everyone now. Frosted Planet starting base. Yes, so I think there's a way to get some of the essential survival technologies right at the start, because otherwise you just die with the new cold mechanics. Because duplicates will now take health damage if they're significantly cold. So I'm glad they've thought about that. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Geo vents, geothermal heat pump. Oh, so there's probably a vent in the game that just straight up gives heat now instead of actually producing any material. That's interesting. That makes sense. It's kind of I mean, it's probably a bit simpler to handle than a normal geyser, but that's also probably a good thing because you could probably use it for some builds that you wouldn't otherwise be able to use if the vent was actually producing a material. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Tiny cottage, that sounds funny. Yeah, so mix DLC biomes out of asteroids and other content into non-DLC clusters. That sounds good. Just enjoying watching some pigeons at the moment. They're eating out my new bird feeder. Revised duplicate temperature mechanics. This is very important. Hypothermia and hypothermia have been removed. Hooray! In case you didn't know, if your duplicates were mildly chilly at the start of the game when you reload, they'd all instantly get hypothermia and have the penalties for a while, which is super annoying. And that was a bug, so obviously that won't apply anymore. Instead, duplicates are now more vulnerable to chilly surroundings and toasty surroundings debuffs at temperatures outside their comfort range. Duplicate comfort range is adjusted to 0 to 45 degrees C. Again, these guys are pretty robust. Duplicates will now receive cold scalding damage. So presumably that's supposed to be scalding, not scolding, like as in listen here, Sonny. Grammar minor spelling mistake. It's a bit counterintuitive, the DLC. Everything is made to work in the cold, be in the cold. The metal melts above -40°C, but at the same time there's so many new ways of heating up the dupes. Yes, but I'm really glad they're looking at temperature as the core mechanic within the DLC. That's where a lot of the complexity of the game actually is, and I'm glad they're updating those systems in ways that make sense. So duplicates are now going to take cold damage at -90°C and below, which obviously makes sense. It's still pretty generous in all honesty, but that's good. It means your duplicates can't run around in pools of liquid oxygen, which they could before, which is not what they meant by oxygen not included. High body heat loss will now disturb a sleepy duplicate. Okay. Duplicates will now seek warming stations to remove chilly surroundings and seek cooling stations to remove toasty surroundings. So space heaters now function as warming stations. So you can build these, and they're less effective at heating the environment, but they're more effective at heating your dupes specifically. So they will help prevent your dupes getting debuffs. So this gives this building an actual function, because currently space heaters are laughably bad at generating heat. And then water coolers also function as cooling stations. That's interesting. Again, water coolers give a small amount of morale, but most people don't end up using them because the phone outclasses them for general morale and whatever. So the fact that they help cool down hot dupes is also a nice extra function for the building. Warming stations remove and provide temporary immunity to chilly surroundings and soggy feet status effects. So this is the thing. Space heaters will also help to remove soggy feet debuffs, which could help your duplicate stress-wise. This is really good. I'm glad they've added functions to this building. I feel like I'm going to have to update a lot of my videos to account for the changes in this DLC, which is fine. The warm sweater has been replaced by the warm coat, which has a more effective insulation property. Okay. The cool vest has been removed from the game. So, I mean, these two things were kind of useless, I'm still kind of sad that they've been removed from the game. They should just make it so they give their benefits, but don't have the negative decor. Like, make it so it's technically an upgrade over no clothes, but you'd still rather wear a snazzy suit most of the time. And then the warm coat is if you actually really need the insulation. I don't think they needed to remove these. But at the same time, it doesn't really line up with all the different clothes options you've got for your dupes. It seems like you put all your filament into getting clothes, or you get so many clothes from the printing pod blueprint system. It's a shame to cover them up. So I can see why they've done this. Atmos suits now provide immunity to chilly surroundings and toasty surroundings. Yeah, that makes sense. Revised critter temperature mechanics. All critter comfort and livable temperature ranges have been rebalanced. Okay, that'll be interesting to have a look at. I'm not going to worry about it too much because it might change during the beta. So I'm not going to look at the specifics yet. Critters with an internal temperature outside the comfort range suffer a happiness penalty. So this, I believe, used to be in the game. And they removed it. Or they never implemented it because they thought it wasn't worth doing. And now they've re-added this. So that's actually going to be relevant. Hey Carmine, hope you're doing well. There's no areas like on the map as far as I could see. -90. That's a shame. Wasn't that kind of the point? It's going to be super, super cold. Critters now spawn... I missed something. Critters experience an external temperature outside of their livable range will gradually take damage. So the plug slugs that we're currently feeding to our iron volcano, they're going to have health bars, and those are going to start to decrease as they take damage, like they would from a duplicate zapping them. Makes sense. Critters now spawn at a comfortable internal temperature. Okay. I feel like they already did do that, but that might be important because some critters start cold. Gobfish start cold. We've established previous discussions. We've established that you can, if you breed enough gobfish, you can actively cool stuff with it through all the fish coming out cold. But yeah, we'll see if that still is a thing. Critters now show thought bubbles when they feel too cold or warm. The critters can think. This is news. Temperature overlay improvements. I am so excited about this. So, added heat source and heat sink icons. That's good. Added a visual effect to objects with significant heat production. That's good. This is the one that I really like. Added a slider adjustable relative temperature sub overlay to the temperature overlay screen. So, this makes it sound like you can actually adjust the color map scaling in-game for your temperature map mode. And as someone who fiddled around with color maps for dozens of hours writing my PhD, specifically to show data as well as possible, you know I'm going to be fiddling with this, like, way more than necessary. I might actually look at that while it's still in beta just to see what the functionality is, because I feel like I can provide a lot of useful feedback on that. Yeah, very excited about these temperature updates. Changes and improvements. We're not going to go through everything. I'll go a bit quicker now. Grooming station now restores critter health. Good. That's interesting. Shearing station now requires raw metals instead of raw minerals. Okay. No ceramic shearing stations then. You would make them out of steel in a hot environment. I don't think it's relevant. Critters that eat plants directly can now eat plants planted in a planter box. This is very important because when you build Dreco ranches, when the Drecos eat from the plants, they have to eat from farm tiles at the moment, which, if you're trying to insulate your Dreco ranches, takes up extra tiles in your space. So it can be kind of annoying to fit all the farm tiles in.
Fish.
Oh, grey area.
From San Diego.
We're discussing...
I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening.
You're my killer fish for the evening. Yes, hello, grey area. We're discussing the DLC patch notes. They're on the Discord. Yeah, on the Discord. You can find it here. So yeah, so this changes it. So now you don't have to fill up your ranch's space with farm tiles. You can build planter boxes if that's desirable. Like if you're feeding your glossy Dracos mealwood, you might just do it out of planter boxes so that you've got the extra tiles and you can insulate them more effectively. So I really like this change. Critters will now face the food they eat. Okay. Critters now remember which way they're facing when loading a save. Someone must have found an interesting bug to do with that. Plants. Harvest-ready plants will no longer change animations to wilted even if their growth requirements are no longer met. Yeah, so this is annoying. So when you've got plants ready to harvest, sometimes they'll look wilted even though it doesn't matter because they're not growing. So I'm glad they've changed that. Tree branches harvest ready. Status item tooltip now, which is branches to the plant. Okay. UI. Buildings melting will now trigger a melt notification. That's good. So whenever you build like lead automation in your volcano tamer, the game will tell you off now. That's good because some of our builds are broken in the past because we thought we replaced some lead with something else and it didn't end up working out. Hopefully this will apply to stuff like wires and everything. But yes, yes, as you say, Neo, they've clearly added this because people were building things out of mercury when they shouldn't be. Some materials, such as lead, are now deprioritized for automatic building material selection, even at the highest quantity in supply. This is good. Have they done this with steel and other rare metals? I hope that's the case because I'm sick of accidentally building all my conductive wires out of steel. I'm imagining they know about that and they're going to fix that. Small adjustments to UI layout of overlay legends, including addition of tooltips. Okay. Change the all header and storage bins to all standard. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Added copy settings feeding to the rehydrator. We still need to actually use this building. A building's information screen now displays a description of the base version of selected building rather than the blueprint. Okay. Research screen now resets its search filter every time it's opened. Okay. Clearing a research screen filter will now show all the next. Let's just go through the important ones. Revised plant box side screen to show more options at once. Okay. Added the very dim illumination threshold between pitch black and dim, remove dark. What does that do? Added some text feedback when build menu Oh, this is good. Added some text feedback when build material is automatically changed due to insufficient resources. I like that a lot because that wasn't overly clear before. That's good. Added DLC stuff. Yep. Some name changes. Okay, that's fine. Change how the database shows the diet of critters that consume plants directly, so now show the percentage of growth of the plant being consumed per cycle instead of units. This is so good. This is so good because I've been super confused about how much pips actually eat from trees for ages because the database is not clear at all. So I'm glad they've updated this. That really needed doing. Is this for the beta of the DLC? I played some last night. It's cool, but yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, we're just going through the patch notes at the moment. We are going to do some ONI in a bit, but I wanted to talk about this. I'm not sure what the VOD is going to end up looking like. We'll see. Plants database now show their product produced in mass per cycle or calories per cycle. Nice. Sleeping duplicates will tolerate up to 500 lux. I like that because it's annoying when they get disrupted by the very edge of a shine bug. I like that. Duplicates who fall asleep due to stamina reaching 0 will now show an unscheduled nap status item. Okay, so that's good. So you'll get a notification when a duplicate falls asleep. This is really good because we tend to run one bedroom schedule block at the start, or one bedtime schedule block at the start, to maximize how much work our dupes are doing. But obviously if they're getting exhausted because they then don't have time to get to bed, that's bad. So this will help us determine when to switch over to 2 schedule blocks. Duplicates with 0 stamina will now prefer to go to their assignment bed instead of passing out on the floor. I'm surprised this wasn't the case already. That's fine. Duplicates will now consider additional items to pull from nearby storages for fetch items. This will improve quality of life for non-absorbing items like dried food packages. I don't really understand that. Duplicates no longer do a roast food emote after eating food with germs in it, as it was often misinterpreted as a response to the quality of the food. Okay. Handy and unconstructive are now mutually exclusive. We've had plenty of handy and unconstructive duplicates in the printing pod, so I'm glad they've changed that as well. That's good. Let's see. The polymer press now accepts nectar. Hold on. The polymer press now accepts nectar as an input equivalent to petroleum. Really? So, I don't know what this nectar plant does yet, but the fact that you can just straight up use it as petroleum in a polymer press is very interesting. Very interesting. Increases decor value of ice sculptures. Okay. Insulated supercomputer, water cooler, and electrolyzer storages to prevent contents from freezing in cold environments. Okay, that makes sense considering a few different things. Ladder, cot, outhouse, and drywall can now optionally be made out of wood. This is good. I'm so glad that the devs are letting you build stuff out of wood now. Like, lumber was kind of useless before, and it's really nice that you can use it in this way now. I want to make my base out of wooden tiles, have like a jungle theme base. I know that's not what they're going for, but I like the idea. Storage bin, liquid conduit, gas conduit, and wash basin can now optionally be built with raw metals. Interesting. So maybe there's a start where you don't have a lot of rock of it. Oh, so yeah. These are buildings where, like, you would make them out of rock, but you might not have rock available on the new start. Interesting. It's now possible to specify which kind of food a rehydrator can rehydrate in the side screen. The liquid vents now show animated drips of the color in the color of the liquid they're outputting. Okay. So nice quality of life change, I guess. Added cinnabar element. So this is mercury ore. Added nectar element. Again, use it instead of petroleum in the polymer press. Added tallow element. This turns into crude oil when it melts. And mercury is no longer disabled. There you go. It's in the game. Moved sucrose from spaced out to the base game. That's interesting. Removed several unused or unintentional elements from the database or sandbox. Okay. Yeah, there were a few dev relics in there, so that's fair enough. Asteroid details panel now displays more accurate representation of biomes on the world. Only applies to new saves. That's good. We'll skim through this quickly. Improved sound performance. That's good, because a lot of sounds were getting cut off sometimes. Improved performance of plants vulnerable to atmospheric pressure. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a performance sync. Rehydrator stuff. I haven't even got to this yet, so I'm going to ignore it, but let me know if these are good changes. We'll stay on this page for a while. Critter brain updates prioritizing their spawn in order for them to have gravity applied. That's good, because I was getting annoyed by all of the floating Paku a while ago when we were trying to drop them into their water tanks. Fixed Biobot continuing to work when the battery runs out. Presumably this applies to the rover as well. There you go, that bug is gone. Biobots will drop inventory when their in-progress chore is interrupted. If the current chore includes item, adding the item to their inventory, fair enough. Pinch and pepper plants are often affected by pressure due to performance, I think, or often. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we've come across that a few times. Oxyferns and stuff. Decor plants. Oh, the dash of salt vines in our rust deoxidizer build. That was a case where that happened as well. I mean, again, it's not going to stop them from breaking. It's just going to make it less performance impact. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these. Big Slickster's navigating certain parts incorrectly after tile deconstruction. I wonder if that's how the long hair Slickster got underneath that geyser. Fixed crash that could happen if a duplicate vomits in an invalid location. That's hilarious. Removed repeated entry from plug slugs for plug slugs in critter fluxomatic story trait. Yes, I think I noticed this when we did this trait a while ago, that there were 2 entries of plug slugs. Hey Uglavis, hope you're doing well. We're digesting patch notes at the moment, and then we're going to get to printing more dupes. Fixed rover continuing to work when battery runs out. Yeah, called it. Fair enough. Removed neutronium geodes from the geodes world trait. Now I haven't actually come across these, but I knew it was an option. This is good. Random lumps of indestructible material on your asteroid is not a good gameplay feature. To be honest, they should remove them from the magma biome as well. Like, I know you're not supposed to be rooting around in the magma biome and building your base in there, but like, I just feel like in principle, you literally shouldn't have it apart from the world edges. You had an issue last night where your duplicants were getting scolded at -19C. Okay, that sounds like it's just spaghetti code at the moment. They also fixed auto harvest resetting on arbitrary branches, really annoying when trying to make seeds. Fair enough. Added modding support for mixing worlds and subworlds. Interesting. Okay, I think that's everything that we're going to look at. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. And yeah, these ones in the Discord are the ones that I was most impressed by. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how we can adjust the with the relative temperature stuff, and I hope we can really fiddle with it and just get the map modes to be the heat maps to be exactly what we want in the game. That would be amazing. Right. Can you imagine if we left the game unpaused and we just, like, killed everyone? I feel like that was definitely a possibility. Let's close the internet again. Okay, good. Right. Where were we? So, I'm just gonna start again from a VOD point of view. So, we're on about cycle 50. We have power with the coal. We've set up our hatch ranches. We fixed some issues with them so we weren't getting eggs. Now we're getting a proper amount of eggs. These guys are all properly laying eggs, eating all the sandstone. I think our long-term plan for food is literally just to keep doing the hatches. Oh, I just realized we're putting in the liquid lock here already. Well, maybe we do something else then. Maybe we go really ham on Drecos. So we noticed up here, we've been digging out the wheeze wards. We noticed that there's a critter fluxomatic over here. An experiment designed to analyze the evolutionary dynamics of critter mutation. We could use this to turn Drecos directly into glossy Drecos. And Neo's been doing this. And after feeding the Drecos, the regular Drecos off of just balm lilies. So I kind of want to give that a try and just do that in space, maybe. So we'll have a think about that. I think I also just want to dig all of this stuff out. Not all of this stuff out. Leave that tile. Yeah, do it like this. We'll leave it on speed 1 for a bit. We'll get in here and we'll start dumping all the liquid over here as well. And then maybe we'll try and climb in here as well. Just hit 555 hours in the Dyson Sphere program saved. Nice, nice. Okay, so don't worry about this for now. If we can't reach it. We're still drywalling everything as well. There's a large amount of water down here. That's fine. Should we just keep doing all the regular researches? I think we do that for now. We've got the duplicants. We might as well. And then after that point, we'll know that all of our water, we're just going to use it as hot water for electrolyzers. I don't think we're going to grow any bristle blossoms. I think we're just going to save all of our water for oxygen and make our food by other means. Everyone's running around, everyone's building the fire pole. So this is definitely just going to be the natural gas room. I think we're in the process of digging down here as well. I want to actually start putting vents in, because we're going to put our SPOM complex in. I think we're just going to do that today, and we're going to start hooking it up to the water geyser. Because we need to make sure this asteroid is well ventilated. We do not want any duplicants dying from random suffocations, like almost happened over here. So hot today, you're burning? Well, I'm not burning, but my room is about 26 degrees. And it's quite humid because of the fish tank and all the water evaporating off of that. I reckon there's probably 3 or 4 liters of water evaporating off of this per day. So not going to, at the moment, so not going to do the maths on that, but I think there's going to be a fair amount of extra humidity. It got so bad last summer, I actually put a dehumidifier on, but that obviously didn't help the temperature. I'm seriously considering just getting an actual aquarium chiller. Now, there's a little bit of polluted oxygen over here, but frankly, there's not that much. There's slime, which is annoying. I think we start irradiating stuff just to make more space. I think that makes sense. Also, we're going to come up here. We can access these databanks. Don't know if they're going to mix the world traits a bit or add a few. I think there's really room for increased replayability there. Oh yeah, they're definitely adding more stuff to the game. Also, I've just realized something. So we put in our critter dropper. The duplicates can always wander over the dropper via the doors, but it's not the fastest route. They are having to come over here to get to the recreation suite from the mess halls. So there is a little bit of time wasted on that. If we look in here, yeah, there's about 3.6 of their time is spent traveling to the relax errand, which is this distance here. I don't think that's too bad. I think we just leave that for now. We have to print more dupes. Well, you're a good farmer, so I think that makes sense. We don't want bottomless calories. So you can be the farmer. There you go. We prioritize farming. We're not going to make any of the dupes snazzy suits. They're just going to wear what they wear. Right, we have isolated this room. So now the thing is, I could actually... Let's vent this out. Let's just vent out this whole room for now. So something like this. Actually, for now, we could just put the vent there, because we're going to reuse that later. So we'll vent out that room, make it a vacuum. And then we'll start getting some natural gas stuff online, because what I'd like to do is, instead of doing that, let's actually seal this off here. And then... yeah, I think we'll just do something like this. And then the duplicates can climb in here and access everything. We'll analyze this and we'll get a natural gas power plant up and running, because that's going to help with everything. We should have plenty of coal, but currently we're not mad on hatches. It's going to be nowhere near as much coal as in Rhyme Revenge, where we powered the entire base off of coal. I don't know, I think it'll be fine. Right, so the issue we're going to start having as well is that the liquid is probably going to build up in here too much. So what I'm thinking is... we may need to dig a path into here, otherwise this volcano might stop erupting. I guess we'll see. Keep an eye on it when it next erupts. Yeah, duplicates have plenty of stuff to do. We're just going to speed run it for now. We'll keep putting in more vents. And I think what we'll do is we'll just put the SPOM directly underneath the water geyser, because that's more or less right where space is. And then that means we don't have to deal with any of the annoying slime. So, with that in mind, let's actually dig this out as well. Then we can come over here and we can start digging all of this stuff out. So, yeah, like that. Oh, random slime. Oh, thank you, game. I love random slime. Yeah, dig this all out and then we'll get the artifact. Also, I am literally already out of squash. This is not a good sign. I mean, I may need to go grab a drink very soon. Okay, no more slime lung. That's good. So, I think for now as well, what we want to do is... I am not confident in the ability of this algae to hold all this water.
Seek fluid intake.
Really? Okay, you've redeemed the command. Right. Well, considering that we're not actually allowed to continue if a dupe dies, I'm just going to have a very brief intermission while we go grab some more liquids, and I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a smoothie. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I'm back. Today's stream is sponsored by Innocent Smoothies. Not really. Let's continue the game while I have a drink. Just zoomy outy. There you go. Nice little overview shot. I do like what we've been doing with the drywall. Inconsistent geo-activity resulting in very random dormancy period and output to the geysers could be a nice world trait. I think that would change... I think that would change too much. Like, the game, like, geysers being spiky already changes a lot. Like, we covered this in the saltwater geyser video. If a geyser is really spiky like a volcano is, it becomes much more resource efficient to geotune it, which can make things disproportionately easy. And if you had like a volcano that just erupted a constant stream of magma, that would also just be very unpleasant. It could be interesting. I'm not sure they're going to do it though. Also, I'm about to go on a massive tirade. I hate these lids that stay attached. Because when you're drinking a smoothie, the smoothie is viscous enough that it stays in the lid if you shake it up. And then if you try and drink it, it just spills it out of the lid. Which is very annoying. So I tend to actually just straight up rip them off whenever I feel like it. There we go. Which I'm sure is exactly what they intended. Right. It looks like we need to update our dig path slightly. I think we need to dig at least one ice tile after all. That's fair enough. Dreco is wandering in the cold zone, wondering what its purpose is. Would be nice to go up here as well. Maybe we just go up through this way. Because what we could do is climb up here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could just do that. And then go over here. And then we can get in here to activate this. Rummage in the first aid kit. We'll just continue doing all the researches that don't require radiation, just in case we need them. And also just to use up this water while it's here. You guys are still determined to dig all of this out, which is quite interesting to me. Let's tile this for now as well, just to stop any annoying shenanigans going on. I think we can speed to it now. Yeah, let's do that. And then in terms of the SPOM, so there's no slime lung germs directly underneath the geyser. So this seems like a fairly good place for us to actually rip stuff out and start putting stuff in. Although we'll obviously need to put some ladders in just to access a little bit. And then similarly, you could drywall this stuff as well. I guess remove these tiles. So it says insufficient oxygen generation. We've got a few different oxygen diffusers down here at the moment in the ranches. If we look at breathability, the carbon dioxide is building up. We're going to keep digging down it further and further into the map for now. We might eventually carbon skim it, or we might just... at the moment our plan is kind of just to pump it into canisters so we can put it in a soda fountain. But the soda fountain requires some more advanced research, so we're not going to do that yet. Yes, everyone enjoy your food. We have 20 duplicates. We have enough room in our mess or Great Hall, 27. We have not that many beds. So we probably do need to start adding stuff over here. Oh, we need to fill this in immediately. Then we can put some more beds in here. I was very tempted to put some ladder beds in here, but I reckon we'll have enough space. It's a classic map. I'm not going to go absolutely mental over that. There you go. Yeah, very interested in those DLC changes. Yeah, you can dig all this as well. That's fine. In fact, I'm just going to tell you to dig all this as well. You guys are honestly going to be pretty available for stuff and things. Speaking of stuff and things, where's Max? I miss Max. I don't have anyone to watch. I don't have as many people to watch on afternoons these days. Hope they're doing alright with the kitties. Right, I should probably set some priorities for all of this. So let's prioritize vacuuming this, because that's going to be annoying otherwise. Yeah, let's prioritize doing the bedroom related stuff. Everything else can be priority 8. Food is still doing alright at the moment. We're pickling all of our meal just because A, I want to develop the culinary skill, and B, yeah, that's fine. You can have cooking as well. And B, I just want to make sure nothing really goes off at the moment while we're getting our hatches up and running. We have got some elderly hatches after all. You can dig this out as well. So, I think what we're going to do... is instead of having one giant room that we're going to fill with natural gas, we're going to have a drip pump, and we're going to pressurize this room with a high amount of pressure, and then we're going to fill it with buildings. Because odds are I'm going to want to mostly just burn all of this. And then the polluted water, for now, we're just going to dump it in here. What we may do is we may just sieve all of the polluted water and then send it to the SPOM. There's a natural gas generator. What do you mean I'm actually researching useful things? That's not right. We also want to prioritize the dig here. That is fine. Need sound effects? Yes, Snoops are generating sound effects. They're just very quiet. I'm going to just straight up tile this. Actually, does it matter if this bursts? It's probably not an emergency. Because this is... We are just going to have mixed water here in general. This pitcher pump can go down here. You can dig all of this out. We've got Jeremy Slime Lung down here. We've got Jeremy Gold Amalgam is what I mean. We could continue to ladder down past here. Where's the germs? It's going to be mildly annoying, but I think we can do it. We'll just leave the Jeremy tiles in for now. Really? Hey Spoonwood, anyone tried the DLC beta for super locable, cuttable, super sustainable, sopping wet? Yeah. They're alright though, they've got good morale. They can handle it. We ain't got any Slime Lung in the base. We do have Slime Lung in our other run now, because the slime meteors keep producing the germs, and we haven't been irradiating that properly yet. That's going to happen next time. Okay, so I do have a question. So obviously Far-Flung Friends is going pretty well, but the DLC looks like it's going to change a lot of world generation related stuff. So unfortunately, I'm kind of thinking that run might end a bit earlier than I wanted it to. Because obviously we're not going to want to continue it once the DLC stuff actually comes out for real. Which is unfortunate. Is that really all the metal? Why the drywall? For style points? No. Well, kind of for style points, but mostly because the duplicants didn't have a huge amount of stuff to do. We have so many duplicants I'm kind of trying to keep them busy and to build up their construction skill. But also because this is an area where they're frequently trafficking, so they are getting the extra decor. Now, we did put this here, so let's set this to sweep only and start dumping all the debris down here. I could swap to the beta DLC if I wanted to, you know that, right? I do. So, people have been saying that there's a fair bit of bugginess and instability at the moment. I don't tend to play betas before they come out. I did that with Noita, because the Noita beta was ages, but that game is buggy by default and crashes all the time anyways. So it doesn't really make much difference for Noita. I think I'm just going to wait to see the complete vision before we do a proper deep dive into it. Hey, Staney, how's the colony going? Alright, cycle 53. Duplicants are doing okay. We are breeding our hatches up. I'm not really that worried about incubators, to be honest. I think these guys will go fast enough as it is. We're vacuuming out this room because we are going to do all the natural gas shenanigans in here. Now, there's a fair amount of natural gas in here. So what I probably want to do is leave this open for now and suck all the natural gas out of here. 65.4 tons of algae, that sounds great, right? Well, wait, 20 duplicates more soon. Yeah, but we have 2 cool steam vents and a water geyser up here. And a cool slush geyser here. So, I think we're going to have... I think we're going to have a lot of water. Can we move the Sweetles? We can. Yes. Where are we going to put those? I don't know where we're going to put those. Maybe we'll just put them in the mealwood rooms for now. Oh, man. Hey, Jack, Jester21. Holy crap, I played this game about 8 hours, and your base is impressive considering I'm barely built showers. Thank you very much. We have done many bases. We have played this game for probably around 2,400 hours at this point. We do have a load of runs on the YouTube channel where we've done far more impressive things than this, and we have build guides as well on how we built a lot of the stuff that made those runs work. But yeah, we're doing alright. This challenge is to print a dupe every 3 cycles until we die. See how long we last and what actually kills the dupe. Because I've seen a few different people do this challenge, and I want to see how I fail in particular. Right, let's keep grabbing Sweetles. If we find a sulfur geyser, we're definitely going to do stuff with Sweetles, but for now we're just going to move them up here.
Thanks for the follow.
We'll let them hang out. Thank you very much for the follow. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends their regards. Whiskers is currently napping like usual. I can't see where Whiskers is. It's hot. I don't really blame her. Things get done with this many duplicates. Oh, I know. It's so nice. It's the constant dichotomy between classic and spaced out. In spaced out, you've got less performance issues because it's a smaller world and you've got less duplicates. But it also takes way longer to get anything done because they're all spread out on different planets, so you don't necessarily want to move them around. Yeah, this all looks fine. Oh, yeah, this all looks fine. We haven't accidentally queued up a dig through something. So here's the item teleporter. Who was suffocating? This is questionable. We've certainly got some firepole sliding going on. I probably need to put more oxygen diffusers down in general. I'm just going to keep doing these as well, but we do need to dig these. So if I dig this, does the pitcher pump just extend automatically to suit? Yes. Good. I think duplicate, take a duplicate every 3 cycles is better in a base game. Yeah, I don't see how you would actually do it for any significant length of time and spaced out. Doesn't really seem possible. I haven't been paying attention to this. Our cobalt stocks have been going up, so I'm presuming this is still operating. So let's see. We'll keep putting more vents in. And then eventually we'll get the oxygen sorted out as well. Maybe that's what we should do today. I think perhaps we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. We have plenty of reed fiber, and we're not currently using it. Hey, Treble Queen, how are you doing? What have you been up to today? Have you been doing oxygen not included? I've had a pretty crazy day at work, so I have not, unfortunately, been able to pay attention. Hope you're doing well. We were discussing the patch notes earlier. I put the patch notes on the Discord for the DLC, which is currently in beta, which I'm very excited about. Let's see. So we'll dig all of this stuff out as well. And then, yeah, the SPOM's going to go over here. So probably just dig all of this for now. It's definitely going to go in this area. Probably just put some ladders in the interim just to get people over here. You're playing the ONI. It's a beta. See, the devs didn't do that pun. That would have been applicable to Spaced Out. Not what we're doing at the moment. We've got Paku. I still need to actually do the Paku build at some point. I think at this stage, I think I just need to sit down one day and just do it on a run. I would like to do that on Far-Flung Friends, to be honest. I'm not going to worry about it today unless we have to. You're going to say, I thought we already got bees? Yeah, indeed. Rocket chimneys still work in Spaced Out? Rocket chimneys can provide lots of simple steam, which can condense water, of course. Yes, we haven't done that yet in this game. We haven't needed to. Who knows? Maybe that will change. Let's just keep going on all the researches while our duplicates are available. Let's see, so... Oil well, no. This bit is all cleared out. So we could definitely start fitting a load of SPOM stuff here. I think that's probably what we plan to do, and we just leave it here. So this is currently over pressure. This is going to scald our duplicants. So we probably need an Atmos suit for that. Do we have the station researched yet? Not yet. Okay. We'll be able to make storage bins out of steel. Yes, I saw that as well. That was pretty interesting. Right. Let's continue to speed up. Let's sweep the excess liquid out of here as well. Don't know why you want to make your storage bin out of copper. I think it's because the new star lacks rock for building basic stuff out of. Now, I think as well as everything else, I'm going to put a low priority sweep 1 command on the base quarters. So this should be set to all. Priority 1. And then everything that's not going into an essential bin is going down here and is going to stop giving the decor penalty. So we can do a similar thing here. And I'm not going to do it in the mealwood rooms because it's full of seeds. And the decor is going to be bad anyways. There's granite in the surrounding biome of your new start. I guess you don't want to leave it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Right, let's watch this erupt. Just to confirm that we're not going crazy. Gotta print a dupe first, though. It's like doing shots. This is basically doing shots. We're seeing how many we can do until everything breaks. Probably want the cook. I don't know. Let's take another doctor in case we scold everyone. So, for now, I'm just going to give you farming. Actually, no. Let's give you doctoring, a little bit of farming. And we'll give you the doctoring skill just in case we need another one. Nisbet, you can have digging too. Keep skilling everyone up. That's going to become a right burden. You think wood also works for storage bids in the new DLC? Yeah, I'm so glad that they're adding... I'm so glad they're adding wood as a general building material. I feel like that's been long overdue. 24 is impressive. You've almost beaten my record. Oh, we're already getting started. Like, the hatches... We need to get the hatches up and running. We've been very productive with digging out the map. It's a Terra asteroid. Okay, so we've obviously been boiling the steam. That's good. The volcano has worked. I would love to geotune this, but I don't think we're going to get there. But it turns out that this is very effective at melting the ice. Somehow. Presumably because the gas steam has a 25 times thermal conductivity multiplier with the ice solid tile. So that's why it's good at actually melting all of this. And then presumably we can come in here and excavate this whole area later, because there'll just be a little bit of granite left. We've still technically got insufficient oxygen generation. There is a little bit of oxygen over here. Wow, we've already drained all that water down there. Done pretty well on that. It's gonna tear through that biome. It's like free mining. Yeah, and you melt the ice so that you get 100% of the mass out of the tiles, because if you dig it, you lose half the mass. And I don't dig that. Looks like we've got more sweetles. I don't want to move too many sweetles into these rooms. Actually, maybe we do. Yeah, let's just grab all the wild sweetles in case we find the sulfur geyser. We did find the teleporter. I'm not really overly keen on raiding that yet, because I think we've got plenty of stuff on this asteroid. But we'll see if we need to. Polluted oxygen. I don't think there's anything in here that is actually off-gassing, so I'm not going to worry about that. There is also a little bit of chlorine in here. That's fine. So once this actually vents, I think what we'll do for now is we'll just set up the natural gas plants, and we'll just put a pump in here for now, and have the polluted water go out into here. But only once the room reaches a high enough pressure. Who's idle? You are idle. Yes, that makes sense. Thankfully you're idle in an area with oxygen, so a sandstone ladder for the lad. Let's put that there. I think we do just want to dig all of this as well. We're probably just going to want to drain all the polluted water out of here at some point and sieve that. But I want to reach the actual bottom of the map first. So, duplicates can't actually get all the way down here. If we look at show navigation, they can't actually leap from this tile to this tile, which is interesting. So we're going to put a ladder here. Sweepy's dock. It's probably not a bad idea. Duplicates are idle. You're all idle. Why? Oh, you're just idle in general. That's funny. Now I guess you start grabbing all the debris. I think that's fine. I do generally want to clear all the debris out of here. Let's face it, we have no shortage of labor in this run. I think we leave those bits. We can sweep these as well. Probably worth sweeping all of these in advance. And you know what? We'll sweep these as well. Everyone can hang out and do that for a bit. Right, so this is finished. So what we do is we disconnect this for now. And then we get you guys digging in here. And then we'll analyze this. And you guys could probably do with some actual oxygen masks for this. Now, what would have been a good idea, and what we may still do, is we may actually put a liquid lock right by the vent and have Atmos suits. And then build stuff a little bit further down. I don't know yet. We're just trying to analyze the geyser first. Maybe we just move the liquid lock over here. Oh no, hold on, what am I doing? We just do it here. There we go. And then we can remove this. And then we can move that here, and then we can put the ammo suit stations here. Yeah, let's do that, because they're going to be going in this room a little bit anyways. At least now all the gas is gone. And then we can just drain all this liquid afterwards. I do still want to keep looking around for geysers. Doesn't look like there's any in the immediate vicinity. So, is this going to keep making cobalt? There's so much water here. Kind of doubting it. I've done the wrong thing. Because now I'm going to end up with a little bit of natural gas in this room here. Oh well, we can put a gas pump in here temporarily. Let's see, do you have any bottles? You do have bottles. That's fine. I guess we'll put that back for now. DLC looks cool, indeed. It looks ice cold. How cold? Ice cold. Alright, 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 alright. You might struggle to get over here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, YouTubers are gonna have fun. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yes, exactly. Yeah, sorry, gas pump. You're gonna have to return. But that's fine. So let's 49 this. Yeah, people will be grabbing water. My age is showing. Yes, that is one thing about having my face be so small on the webcam, is you guys generally can't tell how old I am. Hopefully. Right, there we go. That's some water. Keep dumping the rest in here. We need wire here. We've got to keep an eye on this food number. We want our stored food to be about 5 times the population count. Or not 5 times, 5,000 times. 5 days worth of food. I'll keep moving you guys just because I want to make sure I don't accidentally remove you from the cycle of things. Because we've tended to do that a fair bit. Right, how many guys have we got in here? We got 3. So we can grab a few more Sweetles. Okay, I think you're done with that. So this room should vent very quickly because it's so small, so that's why I wasn't overly worried about that. We do need to reconnect the vent here. And then we can remove this and just put some atmosuit docks here. We don't need to be super fancy. Do we have the suit dock building? That would have been good to make. Let's just do that one now. We're using vacuum as an insulator. I guess. That wasn't the main aim. It kind of just happened. We do like to do it in general, but we've already got vacuum here. I think what we actually do is we build some tiles in here and then make this insulated, because yeah, this is going to be right next to the base, and this is going to be hot, technically. And we're going to have a lot of heat-producing buildings, so it would make sense to insulate this. And you guys are a multitude. You're the uncultured masses. So we are just going to let you guys hang around in here and do shenanigans. You can dig that as well. Probably just worth putting a ladder here. And then digging down here and starting to dig all of this stuff up. Obviously, we don't want to expose the oxalite. That would be bad. So that can go here. Looks like you guys still are occasionally doing the sweeping commands, so we're gradually removing all the debris from the base. I love how red the water geysers look. They look red and angry. And I think what we want to do... I'm very tempted to just make an infinite storage for this. I mean, I think I would rather do that than overpressurize the base and pop eardrums. So maybe we do plan on doing that. That sounds fun. Yeah, let's do that. We don't make infinite storages very often, but I think it makes sense in this case. We're going to stick one right underneath the water geyser. Yeah, I'm sad because I don't know exactly how long it's going to be between the beta coming out and the actual full update for the DLC coming out. And as soon as that comes out, I do want to start a run on the new DLC. And because of the world gen changes, it does mean we're going to have to cut Far-Flung Friends short. So I need to think of a new goal. What has happened here? I think those tiles got excavated. I think those tiles got excavated by water pressure changes. That's
Thanks
funny.
for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow, Shay Tranqui. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. We did let some natural gas out. You fools. Well, we're just going to have to cope with that. We're trying to be delicate, but it's not quite working. But yeah, this means I've got to think of a short-term goal to do in Far-Flung Friends, now that we're at that point. And unfortunately, we didn't really discover any of the further away spaced-out asteroids or have time to do that stuff. It's the problem with splitting time between runs. And the problem with me not having enough time to stream in general. Right, we can... Oh, right, yeah, we need to put tiles here as well. And then we can swap those over quickly. That's kind of like the perennial problem I have, is that I take a relatively long amount of time to play the game compared to other people, so I never end up getting that far into an individual run before we have a compelling reason to restart. And it's usually not the base dying, either. It's usually just us finding like a new DLC update that changes world gen. But then I also noticed that most of you guys like to watch early game stuff anyways. And I don't want to be caught in the loop where I'm endlessly doing the early game, and at the same time, it is fun. And we've kind of got it down to a fine art. Right, let's remove these bits. We'll just let all the water out. This can get removed as well. This can get removed as well. And then we're all good. Let's speed up as well. Oh, man. It's too hot. It's too hot, and my room gets too humid. That's the other issue I have as well, is when I play this game in summer, obviously the computer gets quite hot. The fish tank retains a lot of heat. And the evaporation from it causes the room to stay humid, so it feels worse. So I tend to play games in the summer that are less performance intensive. So maybe that's a sign that we actually continue doing more Subnautica for now. Until the DLC comes out? Maybe? I would like to definitely get that finished. And work is also going to be mega crazy. Because we have a lot of site visits to do, frankly. Because we're trying to fit in all the site visits to all the different gas sites while the days are long. And we've got nice clear skies for drone flights and photographs. Right, I think I should just start planning out the SPOM as well. So let's at least think about that. So, gold amalgam, everything. So I think what we do is we put the hydrogen pump here. This probably isn't going to be the actual top of the map, so I'm going to keep the hydrogen sealed in the infinite storage that forms. We're going to insulate it as well. This is going to get hot. We'll build it with the insulated tiles so we don't get any of those weird shenanigans. And we'll fit the... I know this is polluted oxygen. Do I actually care about exposing that? I guess I kind of do. They'll breathe all the oxygen eventually, yucky lungs or not. I'll just let them breathe it while they're actually doing it in here. So let's leave that for now. And then you can just build all of this. So... the electrolyzer is going to go in here. We need to put the tile here to block the gas exchange. And then we just need to hook all of these up in a row. We do have a video on this SPOM. It's going to look a bit different than normal because we've got to do it en masse until we run out of space. And we're going to leave the bottoms open. So, let me find out. Self-powered oxygen machine. That did not work. Let me keep having a look. Okay, here it is. Right. There you go. That is the link to the SPOM that we generally build. And this is going to be a variation of that. But the long and short of it is we're going to be flooding some electrolyzers. So we can't actually access it down here. We'll need to access it through the top. And then we can't actually wander through here. So we need to access it via ladders. So what that probably means is we're actually going to access it through the top. And then we're going to get it running. We're going to build everything back here. So... oh, we haven't got the research for electrolyzers. Well, whose bright idea was that? Right, let's do that because it's very quick. We do still have water, right? We don't. It's just polluted water now. Keep digging all of this. Wow, we let this get really deep. That's mildly concerning. Well, there is some oxygen down here, but not a lot. It's mostly just chlorine at this point. This is kind of asking for trouble, isn't it? It is lowering oxygen consumption because it's spending most of the time in the oxygenated, in the unoxygenated zone. And then they're coming to retrieve their breath. Right, you need to do this as well, and then this, and then we're done. And in the meantime, you can remove those. And at this point, I should probably just open this up, because it's not going to matter whether this water is hot or not, because it's going to be mixing with all of this. Yeah, I'm just going to commit to that at this point. Frankly, we could do with the extra oxygen that's over here. Yeah, let's speed up. So I think what we typically do is we separate them with some tile, just because otherwise the gas comes out in a funny way. Normally we have a column between each one so we can turn them on and off individually, but we're going to just link them all up in this case, so We'll do it a little bit differently. There we go. There's the oxygen electrolyzer. And then we were going to research something. The ammo suits. So electrolyzers, make them out of gold amalgam. Put them here. Now I don't know exactly how much water we're going to have, but we'll build it for at least 4 to start with. And then we'll keep expanding it. In fact, let's actually just build it. Let's just build it straight to max size. We're eventually going to need max capacity. We'll just turn everything on and off. We've got the materials. Someone's asleep. You're asleep. Hooray. You just lack a bed. Oh, we've sealed you in. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Right, let's see. I think we just ladder down here. And then we probably remove all of this crap. Let's keep planning all this out. So that ladder's going to have to stay there for now, unfortunately. Maybe I can change. If we put that there, that should be fine. That was a little bit concerning, but hopefully not actually going to be someone stealth dying on us. Yeah, this is why I'm setting this up today, because I'm kind of worried about a dupe dying because we get a notification too late. So we're literally just going to pump oxygen everywhere, except for places we explicitly don't want oxygen. So that's room for 7. Let's make room for 10. 1 liquid pipe full of water. That should be the goal. And then I think what we do is we put a gas pump on either end. So let's see. So 9, 10. Right, okay, so that's going to be the end. So let's do this. And then ladder over here. And then dig all of this. And then we'll just start deconstructing all of this stuff. We need to actually open the door, which is annoying. Nisbet. No, it's not Nisbet, it's almost Emily. Oh, well, it is Nisbet. But it's one that we have named. More dupe time. Let's see. A rancher with decreased husbandry. Unironically, still probably worth going for. Shriveled taste buds is pretty good. Increased germ resistance and iron gut is a little bit redundant. Nah, just go with Steve. Steve's always good. Completely unbiased take. You could be a plumber. There you go. Food stocks are a little bit low. Hatches are still multiplying. This ranch is starting to fill up, so the rate at which the hatches multiply will also start to increase. Yeah, you guys made a mess. Oh look, you're filling the SPOM up with your polluted water. Yeah, that's totally what we wanted. No, we don't generally fill these up with polluted water because it's kind of asking for trouble when the build is designed explicitly not to off-gas. Or designed explicitly around gas mechanics. If we have a liquid that's off-gassing, that's just going to break it. Eventually. It's kind of funny that's how that worked out. Oh, I've done goofed. This needs to be one further over. Because that needs to be airflow. And then that needs to be insulated. Okay, and then that can just go here for now. The funny thing is we don't actually want to seal this off. I think we're going to have to let the dupes up through here. I think we just don't worry about the polluted oxygen. So we ball. Just let the dupes up here. We'll breathe all this polluted oxygen soon anyways. Who's drowning? Okay. Right, let us restore Dory. We have the exosuit forge. So let's get that made. We do have a little bit of reed fiber coming in from our bathrooms constantly. So we don't even need Dracos yet to maintain like 1 or 2 suits. So that's what we'll do for now. And what we'll do is we'll just... because this wire isn't being used for anything at the moment. We'll just put the forge down here and probably all the refinery buildings. So lamp, automation, go here, duplicant sensor. We're still getting cobalt. That's good. I'm honestly surprised this is still erupting. But it is. We're not even bothering with conductive wire for now. We're just hooking it up the old-fashioned way. Lots of coal generators. I guess we continue doing the research we were doing before, which is the robo miner, I guess. Not really needed at this stage. But keep using this water. It's getting to the point where this is slightly too deep. But we're almost stopping at this point anyways, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. We do want to actually dig up here as well. Okey-dokey. Our researcher is very fast. I just want to make sure we're not waiting around for researchers on anything anymore. So yeah, we're just going to let all the yucky lungs out, because it's not full of slime lung. We need to breathe the air. You will all breathe the air. I'm not overly worried about this. So the other gas pump is going to go over here. No, I think what makes sense is to have the gas pumps over the third ones. That is going to annoy me considerably. But it should stop in a minute. Nisbet, I think you're going to trap yourself. I'm just being realistic. Yeah, let's get that all done. And then we can climb around most of this. So dig this, deconstruct this. I'll start putting in the actual infinite storagey bit as well. So I think what we do is copper doors. We've got a trap dupe. So yeah, we've just got room to put the infinite storage here. Very funny to me. So the infinite storage will go around here. So that should be fine. And then the duplicants can dig these tiles and get under here to finish it all off. And they can climb over the top. Who's got unreachable food? Nisbet. Oh, you need the ladder to go here as well. Well, that's fine. So long as you've got oxygen, that's fine. Okay, this is going all right. We could still do with a bit more food. How about you start digging this out? We got any germs? We do. I'm sure at some point we're going to let all the slime lung out of the bag. Yep, that's Nisbet. I probably don't even care about that one. We'll just let that slide. Okay, remove this gas pump. We are going to need to dump a lot of random liquids in here. So we're probably going to need a fair few bottle emptiers. I mean, for now, we could just remove the insulated tiles over where we're going to put the bottle emptiers. It's probably okay. We're not going to start filling infinite storage yet, so I won't worry about that too much. Yeah, cancel these. Nisbet, I believe in you. You can get out of this trap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So the oxygen is just going to come down here, and we'll turn these off if the oxygen pressure over here is too high. So instead of having an actual gas pump here, or a dedicated gas pump, we're just going to have local atmos sensors underneath where the oxygen is passing through, which is going to be this zone. So this is what I mean about it being slightly different than usual. Yes, this is fine. We still need to remove all of this. Who's the idle dupes? Oh, you're idle. You need to build a ladder then. Can you build a ladder out of sedimentary rock? That would be a good idea. Otto is very happy. He's no longer imminently trapped. Max is coming to build this. It's very funny. Max is helping, apparently. Josh, you can have field research. Max, you can have super duper hard digging. So the DLC doesn't seem to be adding any new skills, which is probably fine. I do still find it a bit odd that there's one tier 4 skill, and it's hazmat digging. It feels somewhat unfinished. Right, you should be able to escape now, right? Yeah. Good. So let's just put some bottle empties here for now. I think what we will do is we will do water and then probably... Oh god, what's the other liquid going to be? Brine, probably, or salt water. Yes, we've got a suspiciously convenient pool of salt water here that we're going to use for all these. So you can sweep that all up, and then you can get in here, dig this out. Dig down here. There's no slime lung in these tiles. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? And then dig that plant out, please. Okay, let's continue with the random researches. And then hopefully by the time we actually need to research something, we'll have gotten there. Let's start hooking up all of the automation wire. So these will turn on if the oxygen pressure is not too low. Seems fine. You do actually need to remove all of this, so let's make that priority 9. I do like that this will take up less space than the usual build as well. Now, the liquid pump, let's make this out of gold amalgam. And I don't think we're going to have any temperature sensors or anything on that. So we can just literally take this pipe, send it this way, through the insulated tile. This will be sealed off, eventually. And then we don't have insulated pipe. That's very funny. It's a very funny game. Oh, right. Liquid pipe, yes. That would be helpful. And then all the hydrogen... We'll have all the hydrogen stuff over here. And that should be a lot of power for our base. Yeah, that seems good. Now, very importantly, we've got to drywall this as well. Not because it serves any actual practical function, but because it amuses me. So, I mean, we can make this out of sandstone. That's acceptable. But we never do this. So we're going to do it. And we're insulating the top bit, but we're going to leave the bottom open. And we're going to run a coolant pipe past that. So all the heat will come out this way. I'm not sure how effectively we're actually going to restrict the heat, but whatever. Also, I need to make sure those tiles are filled eventually, but we're going to do that in order. So we'll leave that there as a reminder to do that. Yeah, laying out all these hydrogen plants is going to be annoying, so we'll do all the liquids first. Right, we can remove this now as well. We also need to remove all of these tiles, which I believe we can reach from here, so that should be fine. We need to build a pitcher pump here as well, so we can grab all that salt water. So I believe it's just going to go there. Then you need to dig this up priority 9. Skill points. Let's keep giving skill points out. Building. These are going to become much less relevant as time goes on, because we'll have everyone with every appropriate skill. What's the situation now with oxygen? So we're getting more water in here. It's getting hotter and hotter, but that's fine. It doesn't seem like we have to worry about natural gas yet, so I think we are just going to focus on getting this SPOM done today. I think it would be silly not to. The algae is already substantially diminished from the start of the stream, so I don't think it makes sense to continue that too much. So send green signal if below, say, 2,000 grams. Need to put that last sensor here as well. Oh, it feels like it's finally actually cooling down in here. That's good. So, airflow, 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 airflow. There you go. We have insulated pipes. Congratulations. So, this can go here. In fact, I think we'll just make it insulated going all the way through these. I've never built a SPOM this big. I don't know whether we're going to need it or not. We'll see. In any case, we will start dumping water in here, but once we've built everything else. We're also going to want a sensor on these. But we only actually need to put the sensor next to the pump. So that can go there. That can go there. And this should produce so much hydrogen that we actually need more than 2 pumps. So probably would have been worth putting a third one in somewhere, but where would they even go? I don't think it would divide neatly. Maybe we just put 4 in case we need to spike production. That's an idea. Okay, so let's remove these ones. cancel these. Cancel these. And then that can go there, 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 and there. Okay. And again, because we're not pumping the gas, we're not pumping the oxygen out. That should be fine. So each of these uses 120 watts. We're probably going to need one conductive wire for the electrolyzers. And one conductive wire for the gas pumps. And the liquid pump. That's fine. Bubbles is smiling. Oh, we almost tried to get away without putting a dupe. That's not good. +7 building, I'll take that. That sounds good to me. I don't really want any more loud sleepers. We'll just take the uncomplicated builder. 23 dupes. Give it dupe 23. Give it up for dupe 23. How is oxygen looking? Oxygen continues to not look very good. There is a fair amount still on the map, which I think is why we're getting away with this. But our goodwill is going to diminish over time. We'll let you continue just building all this stuff. Also, we got the artifact. Let's, do we have the artifact analysis station? That might be a more advanced research artifact. Yes. Okay, we'll leave that for now then. So let's make 3 cobalt exosuits. I'll put 3 docks in here and a checkpoint. And then all the natural gas shenanigans can go on over here. So that can just go like this for now. We'll conductive wire this at some point, but we don't really have the refined metal to get away with conductive wiring everything yet. I love the rainy print. It's one of my favorites. I'd like to dig this up as well. Oh, wait, so we need to make a liquid lock. That's why we got this liquid here, although that's not going to work. We need clean water for the liquid lock. Because we're going to vacuum out the room here to get our infinite storage to work. So let's do that. Yes, this looks like we're mostly starting to get there. So generally the gas here should stay oxygen, especially if we're pumping it out. So once we flood this and we block off these tiles, we can pump out the whole top section, and then the hydrogen should automatically come out of here. Now we can't actually put these down. Oh, we can put them down if there's a gap. Okay. So this is enough to generate 1.11 kilograms per second of hydrogen. Each of these consumes 100. Wow, that's a lot of hydrogen. We ain't gonna consume that much hydrogen. I'm gonna be frank. We can try. We can try, but to be honest, it can mostly just get stored in here and then we can divert it if need be. This is the part where we have to actually start hooking up transformers to make proper use of this. Okay, continue with the random researches. So we need to remove that, remove this. And then we need to start dumping water in here. Now, which is heavier, regular water or salt water? I know... I think it's regular water, but I've forgotten. I think it's a... No, it's salt water. Salt water's heavier. It's just less dense in the game. No, it has less specific heat capacity, but it is denser. Let's put the salt water on the bottom. We'll hook all these up, and we'll just keep our eyes peeled on the liquid map mode, and then as we go through all of them, we'll sort it out. These need to be priority 9. Who's next? Skills. You get suit sustainability. Oh, it's so nice when I get the occasional cold breeze. It's good. Otto has earned a skill point just to tease me. How are hatches doing? Yeah, we've almost got 2 full hatch ranches now. Hatchling count is increasing. Food stocks are not increasing, but they're not decreasing either, so that's good. Right, so deliver suits. We obviously don't have any actual clean oxygen production yet, but that's okay. We'll put a door here just so we can restrict access. Make that vacancy only. The oxygen. I think it makes sense to put the oxygen bit here. And we can just hook it to the same sensor. Maybe just put it here by access shaft. How's the gas quality? Gas quality is not great over there. It's probably going to be better over here, realistically. Oh, whatever. Let's just put it in the middle. That's the exact middle of the build. Just do it like that. And then that conductive wire will go here as well. That's fine. Right, so we need to pay attention to the liquid map mode now. So we need to stop dumping salt water here. We don't want to dump a huge amount of the liquid, to be honest. So we need to catch it as soon as it does all of these. So, yep. Keep going through and dumping it. And then we can remove these once we put the regular water in. Yep, there you go. And then just this last one at the end here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so all of those are turned off. We can put 3 more over here. So I'm just going to put all these hydrogen generators in a row, and we're just going to hook them up to smart batteries. So each one is going to have 2... It's going to be 2 generators to a smart battery, I think. So 1, 2, gap. 1, 2, gap. You're suffocating. Gene, why are you in here? Oh, I see what's going on. Get out. Uh-oh, this is a real problem. Can you actually bleed now? This needs to be disabled. Immediately. Otherwise we're gonna have real problems. Why is this facing the wrong way? Why is this facing the wrong way? Who's doing this? You are, okay. I think we're alright, but that nearly killed Jean. Yeah, get out of here. Why is the space... I think we just have to deconstruct it, rebuild it. It's so bizarre. I've never seen it do that. Oh well, we'll let you start to keep going for now. So, let's see. So another smart battery there. Can't quite put it there. So I think what we do is we move it one over. And then if we have another row above this, then we should be alright. We're probably going to actively cool this at some point. Now, do we have germs? We do here. The smart batteries... That would need to get moved, which I believe is fine at this point. And then that goes here. And then we probably leave out this one for now. But we still dig out the area, because eventually we'll put another one in. That is a lot of hydrogen power. So I think for now, what we do is we just... Oh, no, okay. It's not what we wanted. So for now, that goes like this. Then... Actually, hold on. What we could do is we could take that wire and just bring it down here. I'm going to bring it around here so we don't have to fiddle with this wire once we can't get into this room again. And then this could just go like this and hook up the rest of this stuff. For now. Okay. And then automation wire goes here. And we're running out of automation wire. We're running out of cobalt, so that's not good. Hello, Dido. 1192. Is this the new DLC? No, there is a beta. There is information on that on the Discord, the patch notes. We've been discussing them, but we're not gonna play the DLC. We're not gonna play the DLC until we've actually it's come out beta. At the moment, we're doing a run where we keep printing duplicates until someone dies. We're currently on 23 duplicates in cycle 62, so we're going to see how that goes. But that, I'm eagerly anticipating it. Oh, we needed to rotate the checkpoint. It didn't build automatically, we just built it wrong. It's good to know. Looks like our sandstone setup is kind of tripped because there's some other debris down here. Or because I never set it. I never set the sensor, okay. Fine. Cool. Cheers. I'm gonna check the Discord too. Yeah, no worries. We did have a look at the trailer and stuff on the Steam page as well yesterday. That was fun because they've got the game screenshots and stuff on the Steam page. Right. How many ammo suits did we make? We should have them here now, right? Oh yeah, we made 3. They're delivered here. We need to repair any worn atmo suits, obviously. We should probably put worn atmo suits on there as well, but we haven't unlocked them yet. So this should be regular oxygen. So what we'll do is we'll take this. That gas pipe will go over here, and we will fork it. So half of it will go to the vents. In fact, let's do it like this. So half of it will go to the vents. And half of it will go to our suit docks. So this can get disconnected. That can go here. Then we have a second pipe. And then when the suit docks are full, it will come out of them and it will go into the rest of the vents, which will be over here. And we'll probably do something a bit more elaborate than that later. Sure, something like that for now. That seems okay. So, in terms of liquids, we still need to dump salt water in here, so I believe we just have some bottles hanging around, so you can just do this. And then these could be set to regular water, which we also still have hanging around in small quantities, which is fine. So now we're just going to camp out this map mode until they're actually done with this. And in the meantime, I'm going to have some Pepsi, maybe? Yes, it's on the cards. Yes, I do like how available we are to actually build things with these duplicates. But yes, for now we have to speed to it. You should definitely sweep up all the random polluted water over here as well. Don't want any shenanigans involving that. These poor sods. Right, you're done. You're done. Need to keep a beady eye on all of this. We're just trying to get a small amount of each liquid in each tile. So these ones can all be set to water now. One's done. That one's done. That one's done. It does definitely seem easier doing it systematically like this. Okay, that's good. Yep, that one's done. 3 more. Some kind of Gamba game. Which one is going to be the last one that actually needs to be filled? That one. Not this one. And this one's the last one. I guess that makes sense, maybe. I don't know. You're building all the hydrogen stuff, that's good. We'll hook this up later once we've actually built transformers. I think we'll probably just put transformers down here, realistically. Okay, so that's all the bottle empty is done, so now we can remove all of these. So we need to make room for the tiles again. And all the cooling stuff, we're just going to put by the oxygen. And for now, we're not even going to worry about it, we're just going to do hot oxygen, because the hatches don't care about the temperature. And the dupes are going to delete it anyways. So, yeah. So that means we can seal all this in. There's going to be a lot of oxygen. Yeah, it's going to be 8.9 kilograms per second of oxygen. Out of one liquid pump's worth of water geyser. We're going to hook up other water sources as well. This isn't going to run continuously to start, but it is going to continuously build the hydrogen up in here. And what the current situation gas-wise is it's all full of oxygen and polluted oxygen. We are going to have to seal this off and start pumping this at some point. And we're probably also going to want to put some manual generators on here as a backup, just for now. So let's do that. We'll unplug these later. But for now, this can just go like this, and this can just go like this. We've already got hydrogen. I think we already had hydrogen up here. And then I think the room is actually ready to go. There is debris in here, so we should probably get rid of all the debris. So we're not coming back in here. So let's put some storage bins in and manually store all of that, I think. As for this room, we want to put in a liquid lock. I think we open this up. No, we don't open this up yet. We just dump some regular water from probably from all these bottles. We've got a load of random bottles in here. We'll dig this out, and the liquid lock can go here. For... Yeah, the liquid lock can go here for this room. And geotune the geyser and hook up steam turbines to feed the water from, just an idea. Yeah, we'll probably do that at some point. I'm not sure, well, I'm not sure we're going to reach that point before a duplicant dies on this challenge, but we'll give it a try. Food is looking a bit low. We're not spun up the hatches quickly enough. Let's put in some more mealwoods. We have the technology. We have dirt. We are running out of dirt, eventually. But that's the point of the dirt for now. Remove this one and add a mealwood. The grubs sadly cannot tend to these plants. Who's this time? Anemic, narcoleptic farmer? That's hilarious. We're not doing that. Probably Gosman the operator. We could probably do with more operators in general. Okay, crop tending 2 for you. Squilliam, you get building. Amari, you get building. Gosman gets operating and a little bit of research. There we go. Amazing base right over 100 cycles. No idea how you do it. Practice. It's basically just practice. Learning how to do this game is basically just failing over and over again in a constructive way until you figure out what you're doing. This is literally probably all build order stuff. Like we literally just plop me on a random terror. This is probably what I would do on every terror if I was trying this challenge. Like, loads of bedrooms, big bathroom complex, hatch ranch, great halls. Speaking of which, I probably need to add more bedrooms soon. So let's get started on this. We've got the basic morale infrastructure. We're not going to skill up the dupes too much in general. And yes, we're drywalling all of these. Why am I drywalling all these? I don't know. I don't just feel like it, to be honest. We do have enough granite. The other thing about this game is, the more duplicates you have, the easier it is to build stuff faster. So this challenge lends you to building an elaborate base fairly quickly, all things considered. The issue is, it collapses suddenly at some point, and we don't know what that point is. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be oxygen. That's a sign that we probably played this challenge optimally, but odds are it's going to be something else silly like food. So let's plant more mealwoods down here. We're mostly just making pickled meals so that if we do get any excess food, it doesn't go off. But I'm hoping to replace a large amount of that with hatches. I suspect the cobalt volcano is no longer erupting because we've run out of metal. So the issue is, if we dig in here, it's probably going to scold some dupes if we go in that way. So here's what I think we do. I think we actually dig... Let's see, germ-wise. I think we actually dig up here. And then we can go... This is going to be very complicated. Annoying. convoluted. That's the word I was looking for. We go in here like this. And then we can re-enter this room without exposing ourselves to the volcano water. Or as much of it, and then we start digging this out. Dig out anything that's not covered in germs. We would have to start pumping water out of here at some point as well. I think that's worth doing. So we could actually just put a liquid pump over here, make it out of gold amalgam, and start dumping that when the pressure gets high enough. So something along the lines of this. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Oh. Okay. Well, that's not really what I wanted. We spilled a load of polluted water in here. That's going to flood the building when it turns on again, so we'll have to drain that. I don't know why I didn't expect that to happen. All the others are fine. Looks like you actually grabbed everything in here without even building this. It's very funny. I guess we don't bother building these then. Wow, look at it. The dupes are just on the ball when it comes to sweeping this. We have so many high-strength dupes as well. Look at them. They're going crazy. Oh, they're putting it all in the dispenser. That's how they're pulling it off. Oh, you love to see it. All the good stuff. Also, we can fill this up so quickly. It's crazy. Whole army of workers. Yeah, exactly. Like, this challenge is really fun and really viable until it isn't. Okay, so that successfully removed the right liquid, so I think we just rebuild this and we're done. That's convenient. And that means I think we can just start tiling all of this. Now, if we do that, someone's probably going to come seal themselves in, aren't they? So maybe we just do that for now. Oh, we've got all the debris up here as well. Yeah, go on, grab all this. So we also need a ladder over here. Can't imagine feeding them without exuberant mutations. Oh, well, if we ranch enough critters, we'll be fine. I mean, we can ranch Drekos and just feed them balm lilies. So maybe we just end up doing mass Dreko ranching at some point. That's probably the next thing on the list, because we've got the critter fluxomatic to give us the glossy Drekos. From just balm lily Drekos. So maybe we do that. What else? So let's see. Probably ladder that. Probably ladder this. Probably ladder that, and then you can start digging out the rest of this. Food is very low. I'm surprised at how low food has gotten. Has something gone wrong? I don't think a load of our food has gone off. So each of these can support 5 dupes. I think that's the issue. I think we just need to add more mealwoods. Is food going to be the issue? We need to put another Great Hall as well. Although these can hold 27 duplicates, so that could wait for a little bit. But we'll put one in anyways. Let's see. Coffee paper for all. No, not that one. Here you go. Nice jervy water. More of those. Yeah, that'll do. Oxygen generation is still too low. Yeah, I can see that. We kind of need to get this up and running. It's probably worth us actually putting an oxygen diffuser up here as well. Maybe just here? Yeah, build that. We need to dump all this salt water back in here. Well, they are eventually grabbing everything. Right, this could be priority 9, for sure. And let's just plant a load more mealwoods for now. This is a fairly large number of mealwoods. Mildly concerned. I think we do actually want to seal these off as well. The doors. Just in case we get any random duplicates or random critters coming in. At least the coal is being delivered to these automatically. I think it is. No. These should be set to consumable ore as well. Then that would work. Okay, that would have been handy. So now that should get sorted out over here. And then the coal is going to get dumped off over here automatically. And those are going to get filled up. Good. Got more sweetles over here. So I'll just queue up some moves so I know where they are. Yeah, you're almost done on all of that. Now you dupes are not able to escape that way, so that's not really going to help you with this whole sweeping errand. But you're strong enough that I don't believe it's going to cause any issues. Yeah, sweep that as well. And then we can actually think about turning this on. Let's remove this. You can come over here, although we are going to need to dig up some slime. So what we probably do is put a farm tile here and just put some wheezeworts here for now. And then that will irradiate this and get rid of the germs. So we can dig that up without causing slime lung to spread everywhere. That's usually what I do when it comes to slimy tiles. Other than ignoring them. Yeah, the nature reserve is really helping out with the morale. I'm so glad we did that. Food is still looking pretty low. These ones are too hot. Okay, so remove these ones. We will have to keep thinking about that. I don't know why I want to transition over to Drecos soon. That's fine. We should still be able to reach all of this. You do need to build this wire. How about we finish all of this off before it becomes an issue? It's probably worth... So we have 50 tons of sulfur. It's probably worth feeding the sulfur to Sweetles at some point. Oh, we could do mushrooms. You're right, we could do mushrooms. So this area here is full of carbon dioxide. That's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, let's do mushrooms for now. What temperature do they need to be? Dusk cap. I think they need to be... No, not duck cap. Quack. They grow to 35C. Yeah, that'll work. I think we have some... Let's see. So slime... Have we actually dug up any... Yeah, we dug up a little bit of slime. So each one takes 4 kilograms per cycle. It grows in 7.5 cycles. So it takes 30 kilograms each. So I think we can plant a whole row of them and get started on that. Maybe get some more seeds. So what? Is that 12? I think this is 12. We might as well. We've got the fungal spores. We can dig out some more as well. We can have a look for non-germy slime as well. There will be more by the features. We can dig out some of this as well. In fact, we can dig this whole bit here, couldn't we? Again, I don't mind if this mixes in. In fact, it's probably a good thing if it mixes in. This is probably going to scold you. We'll see. Yeah, good idea. We don't typically do that. Usually I wait until puffed, so we're recycling slime to a mushroom farm, but we just need stuff that actually work for now. You're suffocating. That's not good. This doesn't have power. Right. So we need to actually hook this up to base power. Not whatever is going on over here. So that can go here. Yeah. There you go. And then that can just be disconnected for now. We do need to get this online today. So we've swept... Oh, come on. One more thing. You're almost done with all the sweeping. So salt water gets dumped in here again. We have the backup manual generators online. Let's just take this out as well, and then you'll have some of the polluted oxygen to breathe in. Oh, this is all filling with carbon dioxide now. That's not ideal. Let's see how this goes. It might be annoying priming this when it's full of carbon dioxide instead of oxygen. Oh, you need a tile here as well. Okay. Yep. Yep, we got it. Let's do things one at a time. So... yeah, I think you're doing everything in the right order. We'll just let you crack on. Actually, yeah, priority 9 this. Now we've got a little bit of stuff left in here. I think we do want to take everything out. We don't want the polluted dirt in here for sure. I think they're dropping stuff that they're trying to ship halfway across. I think that's the issue now. I mean, do I really mind if it's rock? Probably not too much. Well, Bubbles has really got that hustle going. Oh, this needs a separate one that's above, not below. Okay. Fair enough. Make that priority 9. New printables. Amazing. I love printing more dupes. It's my favorite. Look how many calories we're down to. We can't print nutrient bars. We're not allowed. More farming. We must... the colony must grow. Okay, so I'm going to throw out a caveat. This is my first time doing the challenge. Like, obviously the colony is doing fairly well, but I'm sure I'm also making lots of mistakes when it comes to actually doing this specific challenge. So I wouldn't be surprised if we attempt this again and if something goes wrong immediately. Okay, we found a lot more slime now. I think we're just going to plant more of these then. I don't think we have more of these though. Also, we have fertilizer. We could just fertilize these. I think that makes a lot of sense. We'll put a farm station here. Keep skilling everyone up. More supplying. Yeah, just keep building all this stuff and you'll soon be done. Someone is definitely starving soon? Nah. Nah, we planted a load of mealwoods. Oh god, look, they're all dying. Okay. I mean, this is right next to the hot area with the cool steam vents, so it kind of makes sense. Plant more down here. Put some doors in here as well. Obviously, we can't fertilize mealwoods. Water dripping can just go here. And let's just keep digging all of this slime. Because that's definitely not germy because it's part of the formation. So, yeah, that's going to be real successful, I can tell. Okay, that'll do. Remove that. This is set the water. Priority 5. Yeah, see, now you got the mealwoods. Hatch numbers are still increasing. We're up to 20 adult hatches. 25 eggs. Looks like we're mostly done on this. Right, I do not care about the sand or the sandstone. So I think we're done. So now we just need to start building these tiles. We'll do these as priority 9s. You guys could finish the rest of the build. And then we're good to go. So this needs to be set to centigrade above, let's see, 1000 probably. So once we build these tiles, the room with the gas pumps is going to be completely sealed from the outside. And normally what I do is I sneak the sensors in this bit, but we're just going to leave it open this time. And we're going to leave this tile open as well, because it doesn't make a difference. But this tile needs to be here so that the oxygen and the hydrogen separate out from the flooded building. Oh god, you've done it again, haven't you? That's actually a big hazard. We need to make sure that you build these tiles in the right places. So we need to watch this like a hawk. Yeah. Okay, so the oxygen diffuser is working. I wonder whether we're going to have to put another one over here. Some of the slime is dying because it's cold. That's good. So we definitely want a farm station in here, because that will double the amount of food we get from these mushrooms. And I believe we are currently making fried mushroom. No, we're not. Okay, let's do that. Frost buns. We do have lots of sleet wheat available, just random sleet wheat. Let's cook them all. I know we probably shouldn't be doing this long term, but I don't care. The grains are going to go off otherwise. And that doesn't do anyone any good, because all the polluted oxygen is sweeping into the frozen biome now. We still haven't done anything with those wheezeworts, unfortunately. We will do that. It hasn't been the priority for today. Priority for today is breathing. At least until we get to the point where we just need to make sure we don't get to the point where we run out of algae. Also, this water blocking off this oxygen down here is hilarious. Got another hatch. We want to wrangle you. Let's see, how much longer we got? We got 15 minutes. Can we get this running in 15 minutes? I think we can. We just need to make sure that you actually build these tiles in the right order and in the right spots, which is going to be time consuming. But we've got to try it. How do you prime the SPOM? Well, normally when I build it the normal way, I don't have to prime it, it just works. But considering there's going to be carbon dioxide, it depends. If we fill this area with oxygen, we shouldn't need to prime it at all. And again, it is on the YouTube video. Thank you very much for following. Do enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Right, we'll just do this for now. We've got the labor, I don't care. Well, it's a regular wire. We're going to remove it later. But yeah, the advantage of the build is it normally doesn't require priming if you have oxygen on the bottom. Well, if it's either in a vacuum or you just have oxygen on the bottom and a vacuum up top. Well, I mean, I guess it is priming it, but you don't need to fill it with the specific gas you need at the top. Usually, if it's a vacuum both sides, it will work without filling it with either gas. In this case, we're aiming to have oxygen on the bottom because it's going to be very annoying otherwise. Right, you did that properly. That's good. So that needs to be priority 8. And we'll probably put a few more over here just to make sure that this stays oxygenated just for now. Probably one under there, and then that's pretty much even. Yeah, as long as you approach it from that side, you'll be fine. Oh, speaking of Amazon Prime, speaking of Prime, has anyone watched anything on Amazon Prime recently? Wait, no! We forgot to do something important. Okay, we've still got time. We need to actually set up the gas pipe. So it needs to go to all the hydrogen stuff. So here's what we do. We just take this gas pipe, we send it over here. And we feed it in here. And then we feed it in here. That should work. Who is scolding? Yeah, you're scolding. You're very smart. Oh, you did get over here. Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's obviously not good. Yeah, I've been watching The Boys. I really enjoy The Boys. I feel like the other season. I feel like other seasons have been a bit better. I've kind of been getting a bit bored of the Boys, like some of the stuff they've been getting up to. But I overall really enjoy the show. Right, we need to get Nisbet out of there. Where's the triage clock? Did I just remove that? Let's put it down here. You need to get out of here. You do have a fair bit of aesthetics. Yeah, I've quite enjoyed watching Invincible as well. Season 2 of that I really enjoyed. Other than that, I just tend to find a lot of movies on there to watch, but I don't really feel like doing anything else. Right, this needs to let more water out so we can get more cobalt again, because this definitely stalled. You're not actually scalding, which is good. This appears to be working as intended. So the power wire, that needs to go here. I believe I'm just making this out of gold amalgam for now. And then that's going to slowly cook the slime as well. So then that's going to be germ-free. Right, so now we have lots of oxygen over here. Well, we should have loads of oxygen over here. And we'll keep that running so you guys can keep building everything. And you need to build this so that Gosman stops running on the sonic wheel. Okay, now Ruby needs to get out of the scalding water. This is still scalding, I believe. We'll build a few more triage cots. There we go. Nisbet. Ruby, we'll leave you there for now. It does take you a little while to skull. You're rewatching all John Wick, the John Wick movies? Okay. Right. Hold on. Okay, Ruby, you go. Who is Suffolk? Oh, God. What is this? Alright, guys, what's the plan? Snow fell and stranded you here. Okay, that's very funny, guys. They're still aiming to explore all of this. Right, so we've built the gas pump, so let's build this again. Oh, we're going to end up with some rock debris in here, but I'm not sure I really care at this point. Let's see. You can dig this out as well. Probably all of that too. Food is going back up. Meal life stocks are improving. Wire is overloading. Yes, it's a regular wire. Does make a little bit of sense. Whatever, we'll leave that for now. Well, no one's died, that's the important thing. We do need to make this priority 8 as well. Right, I'm getting impatient. We need them to come in here and seal this now so we can actually get this working. This is also burning through our algae. We do need the oxygen. We might as well put it up here. And if it helps get this running properly, so now it's all mostly full of oxygen, so that's good. There's a tiny little bit of a chlorine leak, but I think that's fine. We did seal that off earlier, but I don't really care. It's not going to make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. Let's hook this up here. And then we got another Great Hall. Holy moly. You actually building these? I don't think you are. Oh, I built the back wall here by accident. That's funny. Okay. We definitely want more food. Okay. It seems like you guys are doing some redundant deliveries, but I'll allow it. Now, you... I felt like you were going to do something silly then, but you didn't, so that's good. Right, this is going to be set to 10 and 90. Stop overflow on the power. Let's charge up the battery, that's good. So obviously... Okay, right. So this gas pipe. Before it goes here, we still need to actually vent it. So that needs to have vents. That's going to break this. We don't need a heavy rock conductive wire here either. There you go. Okay, keep doing this. Very curious to see if this actually works. So you've got no power, but that's because you're connected to another grid. That's fine. Here's Scalding. Okay, Joshua's fine. Right, this is hooked up now, so... This water, when the level gets... So the green slip above, I don't know, like 400 kilograms? Then we pump the liquid out, and that goes over here, and then we dump it. Not exactly there. Okay. Where exactly do we dump it? In the frozeny bit, maybe? Maybe just over here? That sounds amusing. Yeah, whatever. We'll make it someone else's problem. We'll make it someone else's problem. We'll dig a bit there. We'll dig a bit here. Dig a bit here, dig this. Then it should all start draining in here, and then we can think about it later. Love it. Right, volcanoes erupting again. That's what we like to see. So that can be priority 8. You're going to start running out of things to do again in a minute. That's probably a good thing. But this whole zone does need to be finished before we start anything else. I think we'll get it finished today. As for this area, we do still have plans. We need to put some warts here to irradiate this slime. So let's do that. Ladder can go here as well. We can drywall this. So, priority 8 that. Yes, at least the dupes are actually being somewhat sensible about this. So all of these are going to be set to the same settings. And we need to put one here as well. I think the other dupes will be fine now. Nisbet, you can go heal up again. We do have proper doctors, so I'm not overly concerned about random scaldings. So you could put all these here. Already ate that. But yeah, I've started putting timestamps on my videos as well. So when I upload them to YouTube, normally I have a bit of fish footage at the start of the stream first, like live footage, and then we go to the gameplay. And some people like to watch the fish footage first on YouTube. A lot of people don't, but some people do. And I don't want to completely cut it out because there's some funny moments on there. So I've got a timestamp that skips straight to the gameplay. And if there's anything non-gameplay in there as well, like, say we talk about the patch notes at the start of the video, that'll have its own chapter like we do on the discussion videos. So that should make things a bit more useful, people. Now, this sedimentary rock is going to crack if we dig this gold, so let's not do that. Sedimentary rock is like the worst material for actually holding stuff. We made it up here, that's interesting. We do have access to space. We made some frost buns. That's also good. So this needs to be priority 9. I don't believe... some of them are getting farmer's touch. It's good. Usually watch on YouTube easier in your own time. Yeah, fair enough. I know a lot of people who do that. I don't really have time to watch VODs, unfortunately. But if I did... I do occasionally watch VODs. Most of the time I just try and catch people live and see how they're doing. Right. Doom number 26. We got a real selection here. Skilled, super hard digging, undigging. Then we're gonna have to go with the rock ban. I guess you're a pretty good farmer. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna turn down farmers at this point, am I? Farming. Sleeper viewer. Yeah, no worries. Do whatever you need to do. Your company is appreciated in one form or another. Okay, I think that's everyone. So... I forgot to prioritize Devon, so I'll prioritize Quinn as well. You both have very similar skill sets. It's quite funny. I feel like one day we're going to forget to print a dupe and then it's going to be all over. So, I mean, the other dupes aren't really that busy at the moment, so we may as well just send the pipes over like this. Gas pumps are still running, which is not ideal. It's all full of oxygen. That's good. We're very close to sealing this off. But let's set these to... Oh, whatever. They're mostly not running. I'll just leave them as they are for now. Oh, but we're eventually going to want to vent it completely, so... Oh, we'll have to switch that in a minute then. So make that priority 8. Like the rest of this stuff. You do need to actually feed the weedsworts. Pleco has positioned himself in a very funny way. Just got his butt sticking up in the air. The plant. Alright, last one. And then we can just seal this off. In fact, I can get this one done now. Right, so the weedsworts, the radiation will slowly kill off the germs, and the lower the amount of germs, the quicker they get killed off. And the more radiation we have, the quicker they get killed off. So 2 weedsworts should be enough to kill these germs fairly quickly. Okay, now I believe we can just seal these off. And then we're done. Then we can just start venting this. Although we will need people to run on the manual generators for a little bit. And we'll have 5 independent conductive wires that we will send to different places to power different things. And that can all run off the SPOM. Now, the other issue is, at the moment, we actually... You've got to be friggin' kidding me. I forgot to finish the friggin' pipe. I mean, we can do it, but it's not going to be very pleasant. Whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. We can build all of this. Dupes love building pipe. They'll do it very quickly. We don't even need this one. Can you actually reach all of this? No. So, ladder, 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 ladder. That should allow you to access all of this. At least you didn't seal yourself in here. So now we can start venting all this. So send green to if above 0. So we'll try and vent this. Laying pipe, wink, wink. Yeah, exactly. So that gas isn't flowing. You'll see the pressure is lower in here than it is in here. Ignore the colors. The colors don't make any difference. It's just the drywall is in here. Obviously, the gas pump's going to run out of power fairly quickly because gas pumps are very bad at actually moving gas in terms of power efficiency. When you build a build in general and you're trying to get it to be power efficient, you want to run gas pumps as little as possible. Because it's 240 watts for 500 grams per second, which is nothing. You want to make sure they're always full of fill packets, apart from circumstances where you can't avoid it, like when you're trying to form a vacuum. Also, this should be above 1,000. So now we can actually start. Getting oxygen here. That being said, I probably shouldn't run that at the same time as these ones. It actually looks like a separate wire to most of the gas pumps. Maybe just priority 9 these. We've already built most of that pipe. That's good. So obviously we want to hook this up to the water geyser, but I think what we want to do for now is actually just put a bottle, put a pump down here. We'll start pumping all this up and filtering it. So what we'll do is something like this. And then I think for now, I'm just going to put the water sieve up here. And the thing is, I'm probably going to want this to actually be insulated because that's going to be hot water. Let's actually do this. Did you know if you hold down shift and you lay the pipe, it lays it in a straight line? That's how we're doing it, like this. Yeah, just lay it here, and then half and half it, I think. What we actually want to do is cancel that. Tiles. We'll just put the water sieves over here for now. Clean water will go through a water sieve without any issues. Yeah, we can do the rest of this in a couple of cycles. I'm going to speed 3 it now because I need to get to bed soon. Also, it is pitch black and probably attract a load of moths. But that's fine. Everyone is enjoying their dance party in their phones. Hatches seem happy. We got 34 hatch eggs now, so the barbecue is coming online. Hopefully that's going to take some pressure off our mealwoods. I'm going to queue these up. We do actually just want to get rid of the slime in general. So I don't mind just doing all of that, really. You are going to have to go in the water. That's a hazard. Can you even make it all the way down there? Oh, God. I hadn't considered this. We put, like, a intermediate pump just for now. Like, just here. That might be preferable. So, power wire. Because that needs to hook up to this as well. Okay. This needs to hook up to a different wire. This all needs to go here. There you go. Am I from the UK? Yes, I am. How did you figure it out? Was it the teeth? I'm allowed to say that because I'm British. Right, priority 1. That. We'll do this later. Because you guys are definitely threatening suffocation hanging around here. Also, let's make it so that you prioritize the other plants over these. You lived in London for a year? Nice. There's a lot to do in London. What's wrong with that one? Didn't I watch the Euros game? No, I'm not really into football. My usual response to football-related stuff is kick the ball. Go sports team. Right, how's this looking? Yeah, pressure is pretty low. 4 gas pumps should make fairly quick work of this. But we do need people to keep running on here, which is fine. Right, Ellie, building, hats, digging, hats. Yeah, that'll do. I think this is going pretty well. I always think it's going pretty well, though. That's the issue. It's always going well until it isn't. Right, I think we're just going to dig this one out here. Didn't miss much, was a bit boring. Yes, people didn't seem overly excited at work when they were talking about it. They're usually overly excited about football. So that's that. So it looks like most of the gas is already out of this area. And it's just this area that has most of it. That's fair enough. It would be interesting if there was a building like... So, gas pumps, because they draw in all the gas at the specific tile they're on, their efficiency decreases with pressure. Sometimes I wish they would add a building that didn't do that. Like, a gas pump that just sucks a finite amount of gas out of the room at a time. But I don't know how they would code it from a physics perspective, which I guess is why they haven't already done it. We could also make another Great Hall in here, but this is probably getting a bit excessive. The rock crusher. Let's actually move this in here. I think we want all of our spine stuff down here. Well, not spine stuff, all of our operating stuff down here. And I guess that can go on this one. So, let's see. We can stop making all of the building errands priority 9. Let's make them priority 8 again. So you're almost done on this. That's good. I don't want to trap anyone here. I don't think this will trap anyone here. Yes, keep multiplying the mushrooms. Consume slime, produce mushrooms. That was a very good idea. I don't do that enough, because it's actually quite handy just consuming the slime as well, because we don't really want it off-gassing everywhere. So we might as well turn it into more food. So some of these gas pumps have stopped working, or are working intermittently, which means we're almost getting a vacuum. Still taking a bit of time. Okay, looks like it's just carbon dioxide in here now. That's odd. I guess there was a blob of carbon dioxide in here. What? When did that happen? Still a little bit of oxygen left as well. This is always the most tedious bit. But I'm pretty confident this should work correctly, so we'll just let all the dupes crack on. Right, so water should be going up the pipe, and then we need to actually put in the water sieves. So let's do that now. So, water sieves. So go in the white, come out the red. And by red I mean green. Hello Trent, hope you're doing well. What is up in your world today? Let's see, outputs can just go here. And then power that. I think we can run this off of the same wire as all of this stuff. I'll be fine for now. Slime is underappreciated. Yeah, again, it's like, I mostly think about it when we're doing puffs, which doesn't happen for quite a while. But yes, early game, it is certainly helping with the food stocks. The frost buns are also helping, but we probably shouldn't keep making those. We're gonna end up with like a little cache of sterile sleep wheat, but building with Emacs code. You're always doing something interesting coding related. Looks like we've got a very small amount of carbon dioxide in here now. It's actually deleting itself under normal vacuum pressure, so 1 or 2 good pumps and it should be done. I do like how this looks. Let's actually priority 1 drywall this. Because I don't think we're removing the mealwood farms until we run out of dirt. I should put up a poll, really, shouldn't I? About what you guys think the colony is going to die to. Because it's either going to be food, oxygen, or incapacitation for the dupes. But what is going to cause each of those issues? Let's print the dupe. Yes, I did say I was going to do a video on freezers. That's going to be a while, though, because I don't really have a lot of time to actually record YouTube at the moment. I guess we'll do you. Oh god, these are all bad. I guess I'll take you. Whatever. Ari, you can just have supplying. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my freezer build now, so we are going to proceed with that video at some point. But probably not until I've come back from holiday. But I like doing the vacuum star freezer where you chill the food on a conveyor belt and then you dump it in a vacuum. Seems to have way less issues in general than trying to store it in a cold area that the dupes can access. Right, so that needs to be priority 9. And then we probably need a storage bin and an Atmos set and a... Okay, and a auto sweeper. So that can go here, and then we'll move that oxygen diffuser, or just remove it. So that can go here, probably. Okay, so the moment of truth, the geyser No, not the geyser. The vacuum has been formed. So let's save it. Now, I don't think I've said explicitly that I'm not allowed to reload on this. But I prefer not to. So, oh, we still need to pump in the water. Oh, whatever. Okay, good. I'm always up for new ways to do stuff. I usually store food in a metal tile in a vacuum. I use the thermoregulator of hydrogen. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Oh, you cool the thermo tile, and that cools the food. Or you cool the metal tile, and that cools the food. That makes a lot of sense. We've just been running it through metal tiles on a conveyor. I guess it's the same effect. Oh, wait. Why are you running? Oh, god damn it. Okay. I guess we are reloading. Fair enough. Well, that's fine. Here, you guys get to see the fish. It's quite dark at the moment, so you get to see me. My overexposed camera. My camera's exposure settings are kind of weird. In fact, let's actually do the blind while we're here. But at least pretend I'm going to go. Yes, reloading. I'm not reloading because the Duke died. We're not allowed to reload on the other run. We are allowed to reload on this. And that's specifically because I did a boo-boo. So gas. There we go. So now, yeah, because it's because the liquid was right here. So what I need to do is I need to disconnect this. No, I need to disconnect that here. So it's all oxygen down here. So as far as I could tell, it should just release the hydrogen. I'm actually beginning to think this is a problem with the build and not a problem with the shenanigans. Oh, you never built this pipe. That doesn't help. It really doesn't help. Okay, we're gonna need to remove that and rebuild that ladder, and rebuild that pipe. I literally said you could do it. The wire we can't do. Well, we can do the wire too. They didn't finish the pipes. I'm not sure that's actually what caused the issue, though. I feel like that issue would have happened either way. Let's test this out. But now you mentioned it'd probably be more efficient to cool the food by running it through some metal blocks cooled by the hydrogen after it passes through a breezy tile. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the reason why I haven't already done the video, is because the actual what is the actual efficiency? Like, what is the most efficient way of cooling the food? I feel like the metal tile makes sense because it's always interacting with the food and getting it down to the right temperature. So 2 water sieves should be enough to make sure that whatever happens, it's constantly running. And maybe not, it depends what mixed packets we get. I don't know, we'll do some shenanigans. But yeah, you're doing all the drywall now, that's good. Oh, we stopped doing it over here? That's funny. Yeah, keep doing this. What we might do is we might put some algae terrariums down to delete the other gases, but that depends on us skimming the carbon dioxide first. There you go. Right, so now we can remove this. The storage bin full of sand can go here. It's all priority 9. I do the metal tile in vacuum too. If it's aluminium or cobalt, works just fine. Yes, exactly. The important thing is you make it out of the most conductive metal you can, because that's what makes a really big difference for that build. Generally, I'm pretty happy with how the oxygen is going. It is filling up the suits just fine. I feel like we're not going to have any real shortage of power, especially if we're not pumping most of this oxygen. But we will need to open up the base a lot. Maybe like a load of airflow tiles. Otherwise, these are going to overpressurize quite quickly. Right, so filtration medium, yes. I don't really mind what goes where. That goes there. Speed it up. I'm officially running late now. So maybe the VOD will come out on Thursday. Does occasionally happen. No one's actually idle. That's good. Yeah, we can slowly open up all the random polluted water and filter it and send it into the SPOM as well. This looks like it has been dumping the liquid out, so this should keep erupting. And it looks like it has been erupting. So that's good. And then I'm just gonna tile all of this. And I guess we'll remove the ladders. You don't need freezers in the new DLC? Yeah, because the food, the new pemmican doesn't go off. God, pemmican, that's a RimWorld reference. Herby-derby-doo. Right, so let's see. So now we can cut off the vent. So that just goes like this. Now we save it again. I think it was because the pump turned on, maybe? So let's set this to secondary siglet below, secondary siglet above 1,000 grams. Copy that across. Save it. And then actually start pumping the water in. And then let's see what happens. So normally we don't need to prime it because it's vacuum and vacuum. And the gas comes out here and the hydrogen should split up here and the oxygen should go down here. But let's see what happens. Yeah, so that worked. It was because this pump was on. That was the actual issue. So now you can see it's filling up with the correct gases. And it's going to take a little bit of time for the water to get everywhere because the pipe is all wiggly windy. And you can see it's not quite working at full flow rate because we're getting the mixed packets. The only real way to avoid that is to have two liquid pumps and to merge the outputs, which we could do. But it's also probably not relevant yet because this is definitely going to be enough oxygen as well. And that's going to start filling up this whole area with hydrogen. Okay, this is a success. We're done. It's all worked out. I'm kind of out of time for the rest of it, though. So let's just sneak a duplicate. Can I sneak a duplicate into the shot? No. How am I gonna have an actual thumbnail shot for this? Could just put you on a couple of manual generators, just just for the optics. Make it look like you guys are doing something. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah. We'll do it like that. So, speedy uppy. We'll get a shot of you guys on the wheel, and then we'll be done. So, probably gonna have to rewatch it later. Yeah. Yeah, that's what VODs are good for. But we didn't have to prime it, is what I'm saying. We didn't have to fill the top with hydrogen. We just needed to make sure that we set the pump to not start pumping it immediately. Because when it started pumping it immediately, some of the oxygen came out as well because the pressure was too low. I'm actually gonna just tease this. I'm gonna do it like this. We're going to make the dupes look busy. We're literally going to have them in the shot so it's a photo shoot. Because there was a gap here that I didn't want. We'll see if anyone calls me out on YouTube. There you go. So now someone's going to go and run in here. Who's the lucky bloke? Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's nails. Excellent. All right, so let's pause it. And do we need the battery and shot? Probably not. Excellent, yes. Maybe do it like this. Yeah, that works. Okay. Nobody say anything silly in chat. Yeah, there we go. Gosman's gonna run past and help. Yeah. Good. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, obviously it's not running at the moment. Obviously it's not running. Well, it is running. Yeah, look, see? It is running. We're producing a large amount of oxygen. The hydrogen is still building up, and that's eventually going to power everything. They'll run on the wheels for a little bit, but eventually it'll power itself. And we're all good. We don't need to run any of these algae diffusers anymore. And that should solve our oxygen problem for a long time, because frankly there is a lot of water on the map. We're going to handle the water geyser as well. So now we can focus more on food again. And my middle mouse button not working. So I think all we need to do, so next steps, hook up the natural gas power, get some Wheezeworts in for radiation, hook up some more water sources to the SPOM, and then probably go mad on Drecos. I think that's what we do. We set up chlorine rooms and we go mad on Drecos. The only issue is there's a limited amount of chlorine. Can we find a chlorine vent? Can we use... What's another source of chlorine? Rusty oxidizers. I don't think we can do those. Bleach stone. There is bleach stone around that we could use to fill up a little bit. That'll probably do. We'll just let some bleach stone off gas, and then we can fill those rooms. Because the barb lilies don't consume the chlorine. Okay, that's all good. Right. I'm going to be very quick wrapping up today. I'm going to try and actually get the... I'm going to try and actually get the bot out. But yeah, let's go to display mode. But yeah, thanks very much for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I have enjoyed it. We have set up a big SPOM today, and we have thoroughly enjoyed talking about the DLC patch notes. Really excited about the DLC. Lots of impactful changes in directions that I wanted to see. So I'm very much looking forward to checking it out. Thank you very much for the follow, Sergey Chicken. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends her regards. Whiskers has still been napping. I haven't found her. She's not flying. She's not lying on the floor somewhere. Don't worry. But yes, if you like what you've seen, feel free to follow if you're not already, and you'll get notifications when I go live. We play ONI on Monday, Tuesday, 7:30 and 10:30 usually. Tomorrow we're doing a bit of Subnautica before we go on holiday. But it's only a short holiday, so I should be back normal time Monday. So yeah, if you miss a stream, all the VODs are on YouTube. There's discussion videos, tier list videos, meme videos on that as well, and the Discord has the ONI DLC patch notes for the beta, and lots of other cool stuff on there. So feel free to go check that out. Thanks everyone for saying good night. I will have a good night. Just specifically because you told me to. Right, and we're going to go raid Little Psycho Panda because they are frequently in my stream. And they have started streaming, and they are already looking very promising. So I am very eager to share my community with them. If you like ONI and AI-generated pandas, feel free to leave them a follow or a fishy emote or sentiment of some kind. But on that note, I'll see you tomorrow for Subnautica. Bye for now.